on the BBC. Sent in by the BBC Introducing Uploader this week. These are the Spiritual Leaders. Track's Picture on the Wall.
When you come to tolerate every bad move you make, it's everything you don't deserve. Too many people in the way, but no one here to make you stay. It's everything you can ignore. Just like a picture on the wall, nobody seems to look at all. But take that picture off the wall, they'll ask, where has it gone? Forever won't take long. Stuck in the same place and you can't accelerate. It's everything with no reward. Just as your future is delayed, just as forever walks your way. It's everything you can't afford. Just like a picture on the wall, nobody seems to look at all. But take that picture off the wall, they'll ask, where has it gone? Forever won't take long. Tell me, I wanna listen. Why couldn't you show me? I could have fixed it, I could. Just like a picture on the wall, nobody seems to look at all. But take that picture off the wall and they'll ask, where has it gone? Forever won't take long.
Rock three-piece, Spiritual Leaders, hailing from Cavan in Ireland. Now you might be thinking, bear with me on this, because you might think, okay, well, why are we playing that on BBC Introducing in the East Midlands? They hail from Cavan in Ireland. They've recorded their single Picture on the Wall, taking the lead track from the band's newly released record called Albania Away, recorded and produced by Rob Newman of Therapy. Now there's always a strong Derby connection with Therapy, and the lead singer Dave Riley moved to Derby from Ireland, and where he's from, back in 2011. Dave's lived and worked here ever since, and it's now his home. So he ticks a great big East Midlands box there, which is just a great thing, because we wouldn't want to let that track slip through our fingers. What we call Picture on the Wall by the Spiritual Leaders, hailing from Derby by way of Ireland.
And you can go behind the scenes of the creation of Albania Away. If you head to their Facebook page, they are The Spiritual Leaders Rock on there. The Spiritual Leaders Rock. They've got their studio pictures, also a couple of images from what I can only assume is a bit of downtime, enjoying something fizzy, sat on a lovely red Chesterfield sofa, I believe. I don't quite recognise that pub, but the studio setup's good, Dean. I think you'd be quite envious of having a look in there. So yeah, I'd head over to their Facebook to keep up to date all things the Spiritual Leaders. They are The Spiritual Leaders Rock.
Watching the online conversation tonight, a lot of love coming in for the music. Marbles is on board as always. He said that track rocks along nicely, playing it loud tonight. Talking about the Bagatelles, who we heard from earlier, said a great band to see live. And he's loving the house music tonight as well. House, brilliant, he says. And a big sound, hearing Biffy Clyro in there. I think that was for the Suburban Myth track that we played a little while ago. Also, Emsy on... Thank you, Marbles, good to have you there. Also, Emsy on board tonight.